So, how are you doing? Nick Hill from MrPresenter.com. If you've been watching the video blogs, you'll see an earlier article that I did on pacing, and I thought that I'd like to follow that up with a live demonstration. Now, if you're in business, you've probably got data management services. I've got a supplier called Stuart Amery from Climate.net, and I went to see him about my system yesterday, and he kindly agreed for me to speak to him about the benefits of a network that we're both part of. And my intention really was to demonstrate the pacing statements and how you can create a series of non-verbal yeses in people to make sure that they're connected with you. So we agreed to have a chat about phone networking, www.phonenetworking.biz, and my point here is just to allow you to see how people respond, how you can get connected with them to enable you to have effective communication with people, looking out for the non-verbal signals that would allow you to ensure that the conditions have been created for you to give information to other people and communicate with them in a successful way. So have a look and see what you think. Okay, so we're here with Stuart Amery of PPD Computing. Stuart, I've known you for about 2 years, right?
Yeah.
And you're a phone networking member, and you normally attend the leads groups. Out of your own experience of going to phone networking, what do you get most out of the network?
Much more that I get than any other network really. You get the experience of actually going out, presenting your 40 seconds, but also the kind of the feedback that you get, and it's much more of a kind of a family atmosphere really you get at a foreign group. The 50% social and the 50% business really works great in my opinion. You get the business aspect where you actually go and meeting new businesses from all over the UK with the passport, but the actual personal part, the 50%, is the bit that kind of holds it all together. When you go, people you haven't seen or you see on the forum, they kind of recognise you, and it basically breaks the ice straight away.
Okay. So it's a 50% social environment, 50% business environment.
Mm-hmm.
You said it's a bit of a family environment as
Absolutely.
well. What experience have you had with the network that leads you to believe that it's a family oriented environment?
Just from actually when I first went and didn't know anybody and really nervous and getting up and stuttering all the way through as I did, and then we just kind of, don't know how to describe it really, it's just the kind of encouragement that you would normally associate with being like your family saying, oh, get up that tree or something like that. They were kind of pushing you to do well.
Okay, so as a result of going to phone networking, you've had clients out of the network.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, and would you say that it's a good environment to sell services, get suppliers, that type of stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody that I've talked to so far has either recommended somebody or they've done something that's worthy of business inside the actual network. But it's not just service and business that it does, it's also the kind of the support aspect as well. It's a key area of it.
It's a good environment to sell services, get suppliers, that type of stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've mentioned before that you've been to the Leeds group. You've also been to the Harrogate group that I've seen you at too. Have you been to any other groups that you would recommend as being quite red hot groups?
I've been to Wakefield, even though I've been there for a while. Huddersfield groups, top notch group as well, good group of people over there. The Yeadon Airport group, 2 minutes up the road from me, it's ideal on a early first thing in the morning. I think that's about it. I can't really think of any others off the top of my head.
Okay. So you've just watched the clips. You saw how by using a number of statements that are either true, current, or can't be disagreed with, you're able to promote a series of responses from a person that would allow you to know that you're creating the conditions for a successful communication transaction. What you want to be looking out for if you're going to go ahead and use these techniques in your next pieces of communication are the non-verbal yes head nods, a aha, or even a verbal yes. And that's the evidence that you need to have to indicate that you're creating the conditions for these successful communications. For more information on how you can upskill yourself quickly and easily, to train in advanced communication techniques, visit www.mrpresenter.com.